Well, this really is the highlight of the course.
Yeah.
Seeing people in all these Macs and plastic shoes, inhaling all the nice farm smells.
Yeah. He's from Mars. She's from Venus.
Yeah.
Literally.
This is what brings people together. This is what people talk about at the end of the course, how they went to the farm and survived. So here we are in the Hoops Inn Country Hotel. We didn't know we were coming here this morning, and it's one of those spontaneous things that happens. I love spontaneity, and things that you don't know are going to happen and then happen can be some of the most fun things that happen. You know, if we allow ourselves to be flexible enough to do things like this. And here we have the Devonshire cream tea here. Olya, can you tell us what you did? Which way did you do this with the cream tea? What did you put on first?
Well, I don't know if it is the correct way to do it, but I put on the cream first and then...
Right, yeah, you put on the cream first and then the jam. Is there a correct way of doing anything?
I was told
Yeah.
that in Cornwall they put first jam and then cream.
First jam and then the cream.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. Well, you can ask them when we go to Tintagel, because we're going to Cornwall on Saturday. We're going to another county, so you can ask people there. You know,
that
about
would be interesting to find
about
out.
whether there are actually any differences between
because they
Devon
see cream as butter here in Devon.
Right, yeah.
And in Cornwall they say that they see it as a kind of cream actually, which comes on marmalade or jam.
Right, yeah. But you're enjoying it, yeah?
Yeah, every bit of it.
Okay. So, we've just been to a farm, which is
I
yes?
have 2 recipes how to make scones.
Oh, you got recipes?
Yeah. I have
Very good, yeah.
Devonshire
Isle of Man scones, which is a little like, do you know where the Isle of Man is? Yeah? You know? You looked at it on the map?
Yeah.
I might
And
go
Devonshire.
there in August, actually. And there's the Devonshire treacles. Oh, so you'll be able to try them out. So you got those off your...
Yeah, I don't know what
off,
treacle is.
You got
but
those off Lynn?
Yes,
Yeah,
Lynn gave me the recipes.
Lynn gave you. Very good, yeah. So, let's talk about the farm experience. Yeah, going to a farm is not something that people usually do when they come to Britain. As a tourist, it would be like 0.00.1 of all the tourists who come to Britain who would go to a farm. Yeah?
But they don't see us as tourists.
Yeah. No.
No, we're not tourists. We're educators, teachers.
That's right. Yeah.
We want to experience real culture.
That's right. Yeah. So, what did you think, Gordana? What for you? What did you think of the experience of going to that farm?
First of all, I think the farmer was very warm and welcome. He told us a lot of things about what he does. Sorry. Yeah, and I find it very useful for my students to teach them, because I can easily compare how farming is organized in my country, in Serbia, especially in Vojvodina, a rural area, and how it's done here. And that's why I think that my students will be very interested to learn more.
So could you imagine doing this as a topic in the English class? Yeah?
Yes,
like,
exactly.
With your students.
Because we have a lesson about farmers' life. When they get up in the morning, what they have for lunch, and so on and so forth, how they take cattle to the market, and so on and so forth.
Well, now you have a few anecdotes to tell your students about a farm in England, which is very good, isn't it? Yeah. And Olya, what about you? What did you think of the farm experience?
I like the program. I watched program the Edwardian Farm, and it is actually filmed here. So I was very happy to see the cows, the red Devonshire cows, Devon cows. So that was really good, and how I would use it. my students, I'm going to ask them to watch the program themselves, and then I can tell them about my experience.
About your experiences, yeah. Great, yeah. No, I enjoyed it immensely as well. Now, what about the weather conditions? Weren't the best that we experienced while we were going around. Yeah?
No, they were awful, but somehow matched nicely into our story about experience English weather and English culture.
Yeah. Now, you know, because there are some people who might say, "Oh, today was awful," you know, because
it wasn't, because we shared the same umbrella. We talked about some personal things.
Yeah.
We got to know each other better under these weather conditions. You know.
And you know, what do you think of this idea that sometimes when things aren't, you know, weather-wise, it's not perfect, or when people experience a little bit of hardship as a group, that it can actually have a positive influence on the group? Yeah.
Definitely, but I wouldn't say it was hardship.
No.
Because I mean, what options do you have? And even if you're an English person, what options do you have? To stay indoors or just to go and enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
So I guess we took the other option.
Yeah. Can you think of any similar experience that you've had with a group of students or your own students when you've been somewhere that's been good to bring the group together?
I haven't brought any kids anywhere, so I don't have that kind of experience. No.
Do you ever take any of your students to anything, to the cinema or the theatre, or to go to a visit, to look at something, to a gallery, or to...
Actually, no, I haven't.
Never done. And that's not on the curriculum at your school?
I work in a private school.
Right.
Private language school.
Okay, so it's a different role.
It's a different role, yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I'm looking forward to it when I get back home, because I have some ideas what I could do in the future.
Yeah, well, I hope you've enjoyed it. We've got the fish and chips coming. So you've got the Devonshire cream tea, and in an hour you've got English fish and chips. Yeah,
we can handle it.
You can handle it. Yeah, very good. And lots of field work to do when we get to the fish and chips restaurant.
A review of a restaurant.
You've got to do that. Yes. So how will you write your review? What do you think you'll include in the review?
I think first I'll describe the pub, the restaurant, then the service, the waiters, how they behave, and of course the food, the fish, chips. What kind of, do they put vinegar on it? Or I will ask, is this really the only place in this whole world that you put actually vinegar on chips?
Good. Yeah.
And those are my first thoughts.
Great, and Olya, just to finish up with, how have you felt? Like today, we looked at yesterday's fieldwork experience, and I showed you the films of different interviews. What did you think of that when you were watching all of that? Or what did you learn from it about yourself or anything?
About from the interviews?
Yeah, from the interviews, or what did it? Our session this morning. What was going through your mind?
I was thinking how much effort and how much work you put into the session, and I really appreciated it because it was very smooth. But then I could see those hours and hours that you spent on it, and I thought of that. And then also I thought how my students, teenagers, they would have a blast. They would be so all over the place doing things.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's one thing we're trying to get you to think about. If you do take students somewhere, wherever, and it could be. Dare I say it, to Croatia, for example.
Okay.
And I know things are very difficult in your part of the world.
I take students regularly to Croatia.
Do you?
Zagreb,
yeah. For what?
We have knowledge bowl competitions, so we go to. So that's kind of something that we do on regular basis.
And when did you start doing that? Yeah?
Well, I became a knowledge bowl coach 6 years ago, so it's not always Croatia, other countries countries as
Okay,
well,
yeah.
but yeah, we do have contacts with Zagreb, with the school in Zagreb.
And I mean, for several years, things weren't easy between Serbia and Croatia, and there must be in young people there must be a lot of I don't know, ideas or views of the other passed on from parents that maybe visits can play an important role in people meeting each other and them not generalizing about saying, oh, all Croatians are like this.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found at all that by taking your students to Croatia that it helps in their perception of
I think,
Croatians?
I can't say of Croatians, but whenever students go somewhere, when they go to Hungary, they are full of impressions of Hungarians. When they come to England, they love the English. So I think, travel broadens your mind, not necessarily to, I mean, I don't see why it has to be one country, but any country.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a taboo to go Croatia these days. Many families take their kids, and especially to Istra, for example. Yes, and I think because we all remember good days, and that what stays. Now, bad days, I hope will be not forgotten. You can't forget things, but just learn a lesson from it. Yeah, a good lesson, I hope.
No, I mean, I would love to do a workshop bringing together Serbian teachers, Croatian teachers, and looking at stereotypes and looking at reading skills, and getting people to I don't know, move beyond stereotypes, really.
Yeah. But here we have many Croatian teachers, and we really have the same problems, share the same problems. We get on very well.
Zaklinjem se I umreću, ali ja te tražit neću. Umreću.